Metroid 2 is almost 30 years old. For those of you who don't know, it's a classic Game Boy video game. Welp, there was a fan remake called AM2R, and Nintendo said, shut it down. We're not going to allow it. A Nintendo representative told IGN, Nintendo's broad library of characters, products, and brands are enjoyed by people around the world, and we appreciate the passion of our fans. But just as Nintendo respects the intellectual property rights of others, we must also protect our own characters, trademarks, and other content. The unapproved use of Nintendo's intellectual property can weaken our ability to protect and preserve it, or to possibly use it for new projects. So, you may not be able to get the game through official channels, but no doubt about it, if you search hard enough, you can find AM2R floating around the internet. So yeah, I actually agree with Nintendo here, because in order to maintain a copyright or a trademark, you need to enforce that. If you don't, you can lose your copyright or lose your patent or lose your trademark. So they had to do what they had to do, and a lot of people don't like that, but you know what? Whenever you mess with people's intellectual property, unless it's a fair usage, which in this case it's not, you have to ask permission or buy a license. It's really that simple. You know, the guys that make Pokemon Go, Niantic, they didn't just make that game and then say, okay, we're going to use all the Pokemon characters and Nintendo. No, they got a license from Nintendo, or Nintendo paid them to make the game. I think that's actually how it worked. But, either way, they have permission from the original content creators. And that goes for a channel like mine. If somebody doesn't use my footage in a way that is fair use, I could take them to court. It's that simple. And there are strict guidelines on how fair use works. And this is not a fair use project, but, because it's already out there, I guess it doesn't really matter. But Nintendo has to be the bad guy in this one, because it is their property, it is their rights, and if they don't try to shut it down, like I said, they may lose that trademark or copyright. It's really that simple. But, the game can be found, but they're probably not going to update it anymore. But if you want it, it's out there for PC. It won't be out for Linux or Mac, probably, because that's just how it goes. But, it's, the developers should have asked Nintendo before they wasted all their time doing that.